Come to the dark side. All right. What is going on, all you holotable heroes? This is your boy Itachi, and this is Itachi Gaming. This is the Imperial Military Podcast Show today, guys. As you guys know, unfortunately, no Evo today. What is going on, Darth Asta? No AR movie trailers. How you guys doing? Talking about some Sith raid in there, huh? All right, so we got our topics up here today on the left side. TIE Bomber, more Empire stuff coming in, which is nice, always nice. We're gonna talk about the important ships. Cash on Camino. I know I spelt it wrong. That was not done on purpose. But I didn't get to go back and actually change it, so we're also going to talk about obviously my IMPS account. We won't be going over Evos today, unfortunately. He's a little busy today, so he's not going to make it. He's got some work stuff going on, ladies and gentlemen out there. So let's get into it, guys. We're gonna go right over to our first topic here, TIE Bomber, and this just hit today. New ship coming to the game. Hey, our movie trailer is a big day for me. Got Padme Gear 12 and Boss Gear 12 too. Congratulations, man. So let's talk about this. It's Imperial TIE Bomber, Dark Side Empire tank, debilitating Empire fleet tank, inflicts burning debuff, strong synergies with Empire shuttle, and TIE Advance X1, which is going to be Darth Vader ship. So it is a tank. It's basic. We've got animations, which is nice. LS1 laser cannons. And final text, deal physical damage to target enemy and inflict target lock for 1 turn, which can't be resisted by rebels. Target lock can inflict burning for 1 turn, which can't be dispelled from or resisted by rebels. Very interesting. So very anti-rebel here just from the start with the basic. Special 1, proton bombardment. Final text, dispel all buffs on all enemies, then deal physical damage and inflict burning on them for 2 turns, which can't be dispelled from or resisted by rebels. Oh man, look at that right there. Nice little AoE. This is very anti-MILF. For sure, it's an anti-MILF tank for the Empire. Some love, much needed for our Empire over in ships for sure. And it also can't be evaded, which is nice. Unique number 1, dual pod design. Final text, the Imperial TIE Bomber has plus 20% max protection for each active Empire ally, including the allied capital ship. When it enters the battle, it gains 20% max protection every time another Empire ally enters battle from reinforcements. Empire allies ignore 20% defense for each rebel and each target locked enemy. The Imperial TIE Bomber gains taunt at the end of the turn if an enemy is target locked and the TIE Bomber isn't already taunting. This effect expires at the end of the turn if there are no target locked enemies. While any rebel enemy is target locked, all rebel enemies deal 50% less damage. While enemies are inflicted with burning, they have minus 25% offense, doubled for light side enemies. Rebel enemies can't attack out of turn while burning. Oh my. That is a lot for unique. This is very anti-rebel, anti-MILF. The devs are done with MILF being in the meta, it looks like, completely. I mean, we had a little bit of turnover with Jordan Kenobi's ship, the Negotiator, and the Malevolent coming out. But man, oh man, check this out. They are going all the way now, which is very interesting, my friends. Very interesting. All right, reinforcement is reserve ordnance. Final text: enter battlefield, inflict burning on all enemies for 2 turns, which can't be dispelled from or resisted by rebels. Then call another random Empire ally to assist. This ability can't be evaded. Wow, this absolutely shuts down fleets. You're rebel fleets. You're absolutely right, Darth Asta. We may seriously need this on the main account, my friends, as I do run Empire primarily on that account. We've been switching over to rebels a little bit, but man, putting rebels on defense and using this guy, plus it's a tank, which is something much needed by the Empire fleet. This is going to be huge against rebels and taking up against MILF, not being able to attack out of turn. For the rebels, decreasing their offense and the amount of damage they're going to do. Man, this is going to be fantastic, and this guy's going to get loads of protection for them entering the battlefield, for how many for Empire ships entering the battlefield, and then with the reinforcements, as well as how many Empire ships are on the battlefield. So it's plus 20% max protection for each active Empire ally, and that does include the capital ship, which is very nice. Paired with Vader, that Empire fleet against rebels is going to be a beast. Yes it is. Yes it is. So that is awesome, absolutely awesome, by the way. Tell me about your thoughts down below. Obviously, we're talking about them right now in the live chat. Let us know if you're watching this afterwards down in the comments below. Let's head over to more Empire. Is something that we definitely desperately need in the game right now. As you guys know, the Empire is a little weak. It's a little lacking in the game with characters, and we are in Empire Strikes Back ESB content right now, celebration going on now, and so hopefully we're gonna see some more Empire coming to the game for sure. Something, you know, something. We need something, CG, to help out our Empire faction. Is getting a little lackluster right now. Darth Vader needs Papa Palpatine. Papa Palpatine needs Sith. Not even really using Empire for Papa Palpatine that much. Thrawn is still good and decent, as he is pretty plug and play throughout the game, as everyone knows. But outside of that, man, they need some love. Troopers are doing a little bit of things here and there, but man, there's something that's got to be coming on. Cara Dune seems like there's just got to be something, you know. The devs don't make characters like that, mass AoE stuns from Cara Dune, without something coming to the game. I don't feel like they're using it just for assault battles. I don't think so. That's there's got to be something big coming. Hopefully we're getting a road ahead soon, and road ahead would help a lot with letting us know what's going on, what's this new big thing that they've got planned for us, that is going to give us daily content to play on a regular basis, and maybe they'll shed some light into Cara Dune, possibly being used over there, because in territory battle or territory wars, territory battles, even unless you're in a guild that's just doing Hoth, and then Grand Arena, she's not that viable throughout the game. Faux show. All right, let's move on to ships, and man, this has been a sore point for me over the past 3 weeks with Grand Arena 3v3 plus ships. Man, we have been getting our butt beat over in ships, and ships are getting more and more important in the game. AR Movie Trailer says farming to get GK gear 11, then 5s, then I will work on relics. I don't know what to spend Cantina on. Droids, right? Most G12 gears from fleets. So why you farm GK if he doesn't need gear from fleets? Work on gear for Padme. Yeah, droids are over there for sure. AR Movie Trailers. So ships are very, very important in the game when it comes to Grand Arena, my friends. As you guys know, it's a big thing. and not having those ships hurts. So again, we've talked about being in the right guild and stuff like that. That's something you definitely want to do, is be in a good guild so you can get some of the newer ships, like the Malevolence and the Negotiator, General Kenobi's Negotiator. That's going to help you out. A lot of these newer ships that are pilotless are very, very good. Very good. As you guys know, Rebels require a lot of pilots in order to gear up, a lot of which you won't use in endgame, unfortunately, and they just take a lot. Good fleet, but they take a lot. So when you get into fleets like the Separatists with the Malevolence, where they have 2 ships that are actually crewless, no crews needed for it. You've got geos that are just 1 per. And with them, you know, their underlying characters that you need to gear up are very, very good now in Grand Arena and things like that. They're also going to help you get Padme, so there's more viability there for those type of characters, as opposed to all the Rebels that are actually needed. Even though MILF is an absolute beast of a ship, it can be beaten. And it looks like we're starting to see more. We just had one with the Rebel bomber, and now we're going to get this TIE bomber, which is also crewless, and ships are just becoming so important. So please make sure you're working on your ships out there. It's going to help you with Grand Arena and just the overall gameplay in general. I'm sure whatever CG's got coming up next, ships are going to be a part of it. They seem to be pushing more and more towards ships here as of late. All right, Cash on Camino. So this event is coming back around, my friends. Cash on Camino is on its way back. As you all know, starts in 1 day, 5 hours, and General Skywalker is a pretty big deal. I'm not going to be getting him on this particular account or any of my accounts right now. But I know there's some of you guys out there with Clash on Camino that have been preparing for this day to come. The cool thing is this should be showing up over in our journey guide after this event. He should become available permanently here in the journey guide to go play that event whenever you are ready. We are rolling right up on a year, so I would focus a lot on that Padme team right now, as is part of the requirements. Ahsoka, General Kenobi, C-3PO, and then you're gonna need a Saj, you're gonna need your droids, and Shock T here for this event. That second part is pretty difficult, as I hear, so I see some people doing it with Gear 12 with the right mods on them. And then you're gonna need 7-star ships, your 7-star Galactic Republic fleet, to aid you along with this. So Clash on Camino, aka Cash on Camino, is coming up, and that was a pretty expensive event, from what I've seen people spend on it to try to get these characters up. Hey, our movie trailers, I'm glad the Empire is getting love now. Yeah, me too, man. Darth Asa, you know, GK to 11. You want GK to 11. Slow farm Padme and Ahsoka until you get GK to 11. 5s you can put on the back burner. Yeah, man, do the Padme team first and then work on 5s. Those clones aren't necessarily really needed for the event, and outside of probably their ships, but yeah, some good advice right there. All right, so let's keep it moving, and we'll get into our free-to-play account and our review on the free-to-play account, the IMPS Itachi account. So as you see here, my Padme team finally put C-3PO in there. We got him to 7 stars, ladies and gentlemen, and so we're arena rank 122, fell down to 122, typically getting right around 100, a little bit under. Fleets, I haven't been going into fleets as often as I usually do, just kind of going in and playing one battle, not really climbing. But as you can see, fleet rank 60, typically still getting to about 50 on a daily basis, top 50. But fleets, man, fleets are hurting right now. Definitely need malevolence for my geos on this account. So looking forward to trying to get him unlocked soon, as soon as possible. It's going to be a big help for me over in fleets. Grand Arena, we're not doing too bad. We are running into some troubles, seeing accounts with a lot more relics than what we have, causing us some issues. So that's actually causing us more issues on this account than fleets are. All right, let's get into the meat and potatoes and what the account looks like. Starting out with the 501st, still farming our trooper, almost to 6 stars now, so he's coming along nicely. Haven't really touched Rex here as of late. He's at 59 out of 100, but they're coming along. These troopers are. We got Ahsoka Tano. She's been at relic 5 for a minute. Bounty hunters, these guys are 7 stars. We haven't really worked on their gear lately, obviously working towards gas, and so these guys are kind of on the back burner at the time being. Moving on to Empire, we'll talk about troopers here in a little bit, but Papa Palpatine, Vader at Grand Admiral Thrawn, Grand Moff Tarkin, TFP, no changes there. They are still sitting where they were sitting at. Moving on to Ewokins, these guys, we got gear 11. I did end up having to place a Zeta on Wicket after I did the event. I probably didn't really need it, but I was having trouble with the event, and so I went ahead and placed that Zeta on Wicket. It did help a little bit. I did it on my main account without placing the Zeta on Wicket, but Wicket was gear 11, Chief Trooper gear 10, Poplar gear 11, Ewok Elder gear 11, and Low Grade gear 10. And so we were able to get through that C3PO event. Man, that 7-star is a little rough, but I was able to 3-star it. The First Order, they're still sitting where they're at. Not too much going on here with these guys. They're still sitting back as they have been. Moving on to G-Rep Galactic Republic. By far the crown jewel of the account. Like I said, Arc Trooper, we are farming. He's in our Cantina farm. Padme, Jinkin, Ahsoka Tano, and Jedi Knight Anakin are all at relic 5. I stopped there. C3PO is my next gear 12 at this point. He is 7 stars now, so we'll be taking him to gear 12. Been working on that slowly but surely, so getting close there for that, and then we'll take it up to gear 13. Darth Acid, I still have nightmares from that 7-star C3PO event. Oh man. Moving on, Geos haven't really moved. Still need 1 piece for Poggle and Geonosian Brood Alpha to get to gear 12. It's been a little rough. I was working on Ewoks, so now that we got C3PO, I can get back to these guys and get them to gear 12 and then work towards relics. Imperial Troopers, so I promised you guys I was going to work on them. As you can see here, 74 out of 100 on Veers now, so he's almost at 7 stars. We did pop the Zeta up on Veers. I did get some mods on him as well. Looks like I missed to upgrade this one. So our troopers are starting to come along. Gear 8 still at the moment, between Veers, Stark, and Range Trooper. Pretty much what I'm using over in Grand Arena at the time, since we're in 3v3. Snow Trooper and Magma Trooper I haven't done too much work on. I was able to take Snow Trooper to 7 stars, or gear 7, and then I just need to work on these guys' gear as well. I'm definitely going to take these guys to at least gear 12, but we'll probably stop there, and then continue on from there. I did pretty much max out Stark and Range Trooper's abilities, outside of the Zeta on Colonel Stark. So Haven't put that on him yet, but we're working on him, and they're coming along. No longer looking like little plebes. They're starting to grow a little bit. Put some muscle on, you know, just a little bit, not too much. They still got that. They're not bulky yet. We're getting there. Not bulky yet. All right, Jedi still have yet to cure 13 Jedi Knight Revan. I need this piece. I need 13 more of this piece, and we will actually be able to do gear 13 finally for Jedi Knight Revan. Actually, I've already done all my farms and ships. Let's see if we can get this real quick. Well, get as many as we can. So fleet battles, we got one. So so we need 12 more at this point, but we're really close to getting him to gear 13 and then relicking him. Yeah, he's close. Joe Lee Bindo is right behind him. I can't remember if any of these pieces, I don't think so, actually. I don't think any of these pieces are needed for Jedi Knight Revan. Okay, Jolie needs that piece. No, not here. So we can actually put this piece on him right now. There we go. So two more pieces to go, and Jolie will also be gear 13. We're getting close. Same thing with Bears Offie. She needs 2 more pieces to go to gear 13. So we got some G13 coming up here soon with a couple of characters. Basilisk Sean still sitting at gear 11. Same thing with Grandmaster Yoda. Which, by the way, I finally reliced a Grandmaster Yoda on one of my accounts, and man, that dude hits really hard at G13 in relics. Definitely something we're going to be looking into soon. Outside of that, we're still working on Shak T. She's only at 3 stars, and we're just working on Star Count. She is one of my ship nodes right now in 5A fleets. But that's after I reassess my gear 13 pieces that I need, like we just did, and after I farm Anakin ship, and I've been working on B1 Super Battle Droid, or B1 Battle Droid. That's what it is, B1 Battle Droids, as well in ships. So those 2 come first, and then it's a luxury to get Shak T after that. Night Sisters, not too much going on here with these guys, these gals. We do need to work on Asajj for gas, and so I'll be working on her pretty hardcore here soon, and getting her all geared up. Old Republic, Karth is still sitting at 101 shards out of 100. Darth Acid says Grandmaster Yoda needs some love. He is one of the greatest Star Wars characters out of all the lore. Yeah, he is definitely a beast. He's that little green monster. Faux show. But not much going on here because we're not going after Darth Revan at the moment. So those guys are just sitting there. Rebels. Haven't touched these guys outside of C-3PO. Haven't touched Rebels, and my Rebel faction is in desperate need of some love. Maybe after we get gas and Darth Revan, we can start working on them, starting to put them in slowly, and working on gear here and there is something I need to do. Viva la Resistance. Not much going on here. Poe Dameron is ready to be activated at 7 stars. Same thing with Resistance Pilot. But outside of that, we haven't been working on these guys. Moving on to Separatists. So I did end up activating most of my droids. I'm going to start be placing gear on them coming up for next month's Grand Arena. So I'm trying to get them ready for Grand Arena next month, or this coming month, so that we can have this team ready to some degree in order to take into Grand Arena. So they're coming along nicely. B1 Battle Droid, like I said, is one of my farms over in ships, fleet battles. So he's coming along nicely, 49 out of 100, halfway to 7 stars. Same thing with B2 Super Battle Droid. I'm not actually actively farming him. I get him here and there. Droidica is one of my hard node farms, 51 out of 100. So we're getting close on that as well. which is very nice. And then General Grievous, as we see this guy pop up over in ships, we grab him. 57 out of 100. So we're getting close to 7 stars. Oops, backed out a little too far there. So that's the Separatist. Moving on to the Sith. Traya is activated, 7 stars. Haven't done too much work on her gear or Zetas and things like that, so it's something that's going to be coming in the coming months, to getting her to gear 12 and getting Zetas on her as well. Obviously, we don't have too many Sith right now, which is crazy. It's all been about gas, and so that has taken up a lot of time. So that's the account. Oh, General Veers is also one of my hard nodes. I'm actually farming off both 4C hard light side and 6C hard light side. So those are the 2 places that I'm actually farming him at, so we can get him to 7 stars. So those are our characters, how we're looking on the account. Moving over to ships. Let's go light side, dark side, as we always do. So as far as light side goes, Barn Starfighter, Rex's Arc 170, we're still grabbing those as we see them through ships and GW store, Galactic War store. Ahsoka's been where she's at for a while. Same with Ghost, Piston, Phantom 2, Wedge, Biggs, Cassian. We did get Clone Sergeant is got all of his shards now, 335, so we should be able to take him up to 7 stars here very shortly, to get ready for the gas event. Home 1 is at 7 stars officially. Looks like we can place on another one of those now. So we've just been maxing that ship out as we go. Resistance X-Wing, I'm grabbing over in ships here and there. Endurance is on its 7-star march, which is nice. We're not farming Negotiator at the moment. Anakin is coming along. He takes his sweet old time, but he is one of our hard node battles over in fleets. So he's coming. Plo Koons is ready to be activated at 7 stars. Again, we got to work on the underlying character there, as well. So the light side is coming along. Let's take a look at the dark side. Haven't done too much, touched Hyena Bomber or Vulture Droid. So they still are sitting where they are. We have been grabbing Slave 1, getting close to 5 stars, which is actually pretty big, so we can get MILF. And then we just IG 2000 as well. I've been farming this guy. It's another one of my hard node farms. I didn't farm it today. I was trying to gear somebody up, so I actually skipped that farm today, but I've been farming it, and so we'll be getting him close to 5 stars as well as soon as we can. As soon as we get that 5-star threshold, we'll go in and do the MILF event, so we can unlock MILF for this account. The Malevolence, we are 45 shards away, my friends. 45 shards from unlocking the Malevolence, which is very, very exciting. I can't wait to unlock this ship, so we can actually use it over in ships. Executrix is sitting at 7 stars. Chimera is at 6 stars, and that's pretty much it when it comes to ships. Obviously, with shipments, my friends, we do the same thing all day, every day. Right here is get all this stuff that you can buy with just your regular credits. Stop by the weekly shipment store here and there. This week they had MK5 stun guns, which those are hard to come by, and you need a lot of them in the game. Every character almost needs them. So Cantina battle, here we are grabbing Qui-Gon Jinn, getting him up to 7 stars. Moving on to the guild store. So now I'm actually grabbing gear now that we're done with Ewoks. I'm not actually grabbing anything else. I may start grabbing Luke Skywalker, Farm Boy, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah, that's gonna be my next thing to do, Darth Ass, is start saving those up. But I may start spending this currency on Luke Skywalker, Farm Boy, and Obi-Wan Kenobi, as we do not have CLS. And so that may be something we need to do. Just really depends. Gear right now is a lot more important to me than doing that. Moving on to Squad Arena. So Squad Arena store that's exactly what I'm grabbing, our prestige right now. I'm not grabbing anything else, nothing else in there for me to really grab, so I have been grabbing those guys on a daily basis now. Galactic War Store, this is all cannon fodder for our shard shop store, and so that is what I actually grab out here, anyone that's maxed out, so I can convert those shards into currency over there. Mod store, I go in here every once in a while and dabble in here just to see what's there, but I haven't grabbed too much here as of late. Around 2k is what he needs. Okay. Fleet store, we were grabbing Clone Sergeant Arc 170, so now it's kind of starting to go back to our dark side. Whenever I see Slave 1 in here, I'll grab that. It usually shows up here where Tide Vance is. And then obviously General Grievous, so I got quite a bit of this actually saved up because of it. Moving on to Guild Store, we've been saving that Get 1, we're up to 33.4k, and then Get 2 is all going into the Malevolence. As you guys know, I don't even scroll down anymore. Championship store, this is all about gear, my friends. Whatever gear that I actually need, I'll actually grab from here. So getting stuff like this and these prototypes, you can never go wrong with grabbing prototypes. Shard store, again, this is a gear farm here, a way to farm your gear. Don't forget to kind of scroll down here. As you can see, we got MK5 stun guns. Like I said, these are hard to get, so I kind of start from the bottom really. A lot of this gear is greatly needed, this purple gear, and then you can kind of work your way back up to the top for any of the yellow gear that you need for gear 12 and gear 13. So that's all my farms that I've got going on, guys, and that's what we got going on for that. Any questions out there? I know it's a short one, no Evo to kind of go back and forth with today. TIE Bomber I think is going to be huge for the Imperial ships, to be honest with you. Let's go back to ships real quick and look at the Empire. So Chimera I still think is going to be the best way to go, but you're going to have Imperial TIE Fighter, you're going to have TIE Advance, you're going to have the Gauntlet, the Reaper, and Emperor Shuttle, and you're probably looking at Imperial TIE Fighter, the new bomber, TIE Bomber, and maybe Emperor Shuttle at the beginning, and then bringing in these three as reinforcements, based off what the reinforcements do. Maybe even starting with the Gauntlet Starfighter over the Emperor's Shuttle, but you know how they are going to release the bomber? I don't. It's probably going to be a Galactic Chase, just knowing them. Maybe they do it as a marquee event. That'd be nice. But it looks like they've been doing a little bit more of the Galactic Chase with these newer ships, for the most part, outside of the capital ships, just to be able to really get the engagement there. Obviously that helps them with money, right? Because you're gonna spend more crystals to do more refreshes and things like that. Yeah, I'll probably be Galactic Chase just like the Rebel ship. So but I think that ship is going to be a big help, especially with the Chimera. Being able to have a full Empire fleet is pretty big. This is going to give them crit damage and tenacity, so plus 40% damage, doubled on Empire allies, so plus 80% critical damage, and a 15% chance and 15% critical chance. And then when an enemy is defeated, all allies gain 10% tenacity, stacking until the end of battle. So that's going to be pretty big, actually. Missed it by 4 shards. Yeah, I was way off on this. But that looks like it's truly going to take the Empire into a rebel smashing fleet, as they should be. Finally, some restoration to some of the Empire, unfortunately through ships, but it is nice. Air movie trailers, my account is catching catching to your hyperdrive bundle account, Itachi, and it is exciting. That is exciting, man. Congratulations. Good. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys tonight. Thank you guys for stopping by. I know we didn't have Evo, so not as exciting as it usually is. We didn't get us a lot of that banter back and forth like we normally do. I am excited about more Empire things happening. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I don't know what else they can do from Empire Strikes Back. I think Grief Karga definitely needs, or not Grief Karga. Moff Gideon definitely needs to come to the game for sure. That'd be a good way to segue into some dark side Empire characters for this game. Work on your ships, guys. That's all I can say is work on your ships. If you guys have learned anything from me, ships are getting more and more important in territory battles, territory wars, grand arena. It's very, very important. Make sure you're modded right if you're able to go and do Clash on Camino. Hopefully you guys are. Or hopefully you're close, and we should be seeing that drop into the guide coming in, the journey guide, after this event is over, hopefully. So Moff Gideon with a move where he uses the Darksaber would be dope. That would be very dope, Darth Asta. Very, very dope. So outside of that, guys, make sure you guys have a fantastic evening. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I know it was a short one. Kind of got last minute from Evo that he was not going to be on, unfortunately. So I hope you guys have a fantastic night. Thank you for stopping by, and until next time, I'm out of here. Deuces.
Money that I don't accept. Something like this.